Hello and welcome back to the Ambassadors of Gaming. I'm one in your army of hosts, Ambassador Michael, and today I'm going to discuss with you another game that we didn't get a chance to review, so it's one of the best games of the generation. We are handpicking some of the best games in the lead up to the fall 2020 of next gen and kind of documenting some stuff we didn't get a chance to go over, more in-depth look at some of the games that came out throughout the generation. Today I would like to discuss with you another game Daryl has for you as a game of the generation, something we've discussed at length but we have not gotten into specifically, but Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously one of the biggest games to launch this generation, one of the best games to launch this generation. Daryl has a lot to talk about, so let's just get into what he has to say. Another game of the generation, and it's a pretty big game. Back towards the end of 2018, we got the next game by Rockstar in the Red Dead series, which was Red Dead Redemption 2. And it was a prequel to the game we knew and most of us loved from last gen. It follows the story of the Van der Linde gang, and we play not as John Marston, but Arthur Morgan. But we still see some familiar faces from the original, such as Dutch and Bill. It is still an action-adventure with a western theme, and is still a linear main story with the option to go and explore the massive open world how you see fit. However, where Red Dead Redemption was third person, this has a first person mode in addition to the third person. The game is split into two, the main single player game and Red Dead Online, which launched shortly after the original launch as a beta before exiting beta in 2019. We get done refinements to travel and combat in this, such as dual wielding and the use of a crossbow, and in addition we can swim. We can hijack trains and stagecoaches as well. Considering the scope of the game, it plays amazingly well and feels smooth to play. Combat is intuitive and easy to pick up. Visually, it is for me one of the best looking games I've seen, which factors into the size of the game that it's an incredible achievement. It's very well polished for how large it is. It was my personal game of the year for 2019. It was my personal game of the year for the last year, and I would classify it as one of the best games ever created. So for a game I rate that highly, it naturally gets my pick for a game of the generation. Maybe even one of the best games of all time. So there you have it. Daryl has very strong words about this one. In addition, I don't think there's much here he didn't hit on too much. People were concerned about the depth of the game. But the game, it's long, but it introduces you to things very... in a considerate way. It's not just giving you a bunch of information like, okay, here, go figure it out. It shows you what to do with these things, why you want to use these things, and kind of why it matters. So while it's kind of daunting at first, the game really isn't that big of a hassle. It's not that much of a pain in the ass. And Rockstar really did just kind of achieve something that really we haven't seen repeated this generation. It's been over a year now since the game originally launched, and we haven't seen anything to go toe-to-toe with it, and nothing's come out prior to it, in my opinion, that's been able to go toe-to-toe with it. So congratulations to Rockstar for creating one of the best games of the generation, and if you haven't played it yet, we don't know what you're doing. You need to go play it. It's relatively cheap considering how good it is, and it's available on everything now at this point. So, check it out, play Red Dead, get lost in it. Until next time, friends, I'm Ambassador Michael. Please do all of the like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. And if you are feeling extra generous, we have a Patreon where you can get cool extra content. And it helps support the shows that we do and us to expand. So, until next time, friends, thank you very much for your time. Please let us know what you're playing, what you're thinking about Red Dead 2. Goodbye.